Hello, Anne. Hello, number two. Hey, Pauline, how you keeping, love? Hello, number three. Please say hello. Hello, numbers 4 and 5. Please say hello. Hi, Laura. Laura, you do realize you don't need to get up this early in the morning. You can watch these back. You know what I mean? I don't delete them for that reason. Hi, Michaela. How are you? Everybody doing okay? It's an awful day here for the weather. Yeah, lashing, cold, not nice. So much for it being May. Now we'll just give it another couple of minutes to let other people join in. Hello, Diane. How are you? Lovely weather for ducks. Definitely is. Yeah. Glad you're doing good, Michaela. Glad you're doing good. Yeah. It's a perfect day for sitting indoors. In this part of the world, anyway. What's it like with you, Laura? Nice and warm? Sunny? Or is it cold as well? Now then. There's a bit of lag in the video today. So I'm not sure if it's just my end that the lag's on, or if you guys are getting the lag as well, but we'll do our best with it. Hello, Amanda. Ugh. Well, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. Go and get some sleep. Would do you no harm. Would do you no harm. Ah, nice and relaxed. Trying to relax. The card there wanting to come out. Okay, we'll start with that one. I'm just gonna have a scoop of coffee. Sorry. Excuse the slurping sound. Apologies. Right, folks. First card we've got out is Show Appreciation. So, where we need to go with this card. Okay, right. I understand the message now. Okay. We all go through life and we take a lot of things for granted. And we're talking about mundane things as well as the exciting things and the joyful things. But we need to be grateful and show appreciation for everything, and that includes the bad, because from the bad we appreciate the good more, or we're supposed to. And the more we show appreciation, the more we show gratitude, the more we receive. So if you've gone through a period recently where you've had a good turn of luck, or you've had good health, or you've been able to enjoy life more, given everything that's going on in the world, then take the time to show a little bit of appreciation. And appreciation is simple things. It doesn't have to be over complicated, over convoluted. Showing appreciation is when you're waking up in the morning and go, "Thank you, God, for allowing me to wake up for another day." It can be something as simple as that. Or thank you, Lord, for, or thank you, God, thank you, Creator, Universe, Father, whatever word you wish to use. Thank you for allowing my body to be pain free today. Or thank you for the food that's in my cupboards to eat today. Thank you for allowing me the ability to feed and clothe my kids today. All of those things are appreciation. But all too often we forget. And we forget that it's not it's not because you're a bad person or any of us are bad people. We just forget because life is hectic. But the more we show appreciation, the more we receive. So If you were to get up tomorrow and go, oh shit, I have another heavy day, I hate my job, I don't know what to make the kids for their tea, I don't know what to do, then that creates heavy energies, it creates negative energies and draws more of the same towards you. So um, be grateful for the job that you have, even if it exhausts you, because it pays your bills, it puts food on the table, keeps a roof over your head. If you really don't like, say, your job, then ask the universe to find you a better career that you will enjoy more from, get more from, feel more fulfilled from taking part in. Okay, it's quite important that appreciation is very important, and we don't do it. We don't do it as human beings, um, per se. A lot of us that a lot of us do show gratitude in different ways, but that's just one way. Another way to show appreciation is, say, the likes of the bees that we need for 90% of what we eat on this planet. When's the last time we showed appreciation for bees? By not pulling the weeds in the garden. Have a think about that. Not spraying weed killer on the weeds during spring when it's the only food bees have. There's a way to show appreciation. Leave the weeds alone until you get into May, June time, and then sort the weeds out after the animals that need it have been able to get the good from it. Okay, so show appreciation. Where else can we show appreciation? Even if your car's a wreck and drives you nuts, appreciate the fact that you still have it. Because without it, life would be a lot more difficult. Even though sometimes in your head, a car that doesn't always drive right is more hindrance than good. You need to appreciate the fact that you actually have it in the first place. Okay, so try and show more appreciation for everything that's going on in your life, the people that are in your life, because even people that drive you nuts or drive you to distraction, they're still teaching you things on a spiritual level. They're still showing you things about you on a spiritual level. So appreciate them, even though you can't be bothered with them, you don't want to sit in their company, you don't want to see them. Appreciate the fact that they are there, because you will ultimately be evolving and gaining wisdom from that relationship. Okay. So yeah, good and bad, show appreciation, because there's always something to appreciate from every situation in your life. Okay. So talk enough about that one. I'll just start shuffling again. Welcome everybody else that has joined. Oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of thunder, Laura. I quite like thunder, lightning. I like lightning storms. I love the energy. Love the energy they create. Right. That was quite a heavy card to be starting with today, wasn't it? Show appreciation. Well, I appreciate all of you being here and watching me, because if you weren't here watching me, there'd be no point in me doing it. So there you go. I appreciate all of you. You might not appreciate that first card, but I appreciate all of you. We'll see now. What's next? Friendships. Okay. So this is maybe following on a wee bit. The cards do typically, sorry, I have a really bright light so that the quality of the video is better, but it reflects badly on the cards. Friendships. Have you been taking some friendships for granted? I'm just following on from the last card here. Or you've been taken for granted. Works both ways. So just close your eyes for a moment, all of you who are watching. Just close your eyes and take a couple of nice deep breaths. And just ask, in your mind, do I take my friendships for granted? Or do I appreciate them? It'll be a yes or no. And then ask the question, are there those who don't appreciate me? Yes or no. Now, if you wish to take that further, you can ask in your mind, which friends do not appreciate me? And what do I need to do about that? Trust what you see, feel, hear, sense. Now coming back again, ask what do you need to do to show more appreciation for the friendships you have where you are not appreciative or gracious to have been. We're all guilty of this one. Every one of us are guilty of this one. And it's not easy. We do take things for granted. We do take people for granted. We all do. So I would suggest that the meaning coming from this card today is to be appreciative of the people that are around us, the people that look after us, take care of us, and show us love and loyalty every day, because we don't. All too often we take it for granted. Okay, so that to me follows on from the appreciation card. It's maybe about showing more appreciation for our friendships. Now, I'm going to try someone here, folks, because these cards are quite glary. Yeah, that's a little bit better, is it? Yeah. So hopefully you'll all know if you've not been appreciated enough by others, or if you're not doing the appreciating. Just go with it and just try different ways of being more appreciative every day. All right, like send that friend a message, say, "Are you okay?" Or make that phone call. "Hello, how are you? Do you want to go for a cup of coffee?" or whatever it is. All right, quite important that. Quite important. Now, we'll see what comes next. Oh, we've lost a few bodies. The internet mustn't be good. That's okay. These things happen. These things happen. It's not COVID. All right. Now, what do I say? See what else comes. The picture quality isn't as good without the bright light, but it'll make it easier to see the cards. So I'll maybe have to address that. Okay. This is a beautiful card. It's called Send Love. All right. So, when a card says Send Love, a lot of the time we believe that we can't help people, or we can't help a situation. A lot of the times we feel powerless to do anything good for someone that needs help. More often than not, especially if it's a negative situation where we're having arguments with people, or we are detached from people because we've come to an impasse, some aspect of our lives don't match. What we can do to heal any situation and to help aid a solution to any situation is send love to the person and the situation. And I know that sounds a bit airy-fairy, but I assure you it's not. Sometimes I'm not allowed to do healing work on people, so instead I send them love. Because by sending someone love, it helps ease their burdens. A lot of the time, people don't have enough self-love to allow themselves to evolve, heal, move forward, or to see a situation from a different perspective. So by sending love, it helps the other person. So I want all of you just take a moment and close your eyes and think of someone. Just ask who in your life right now needs you to send love. And it could be someone that you do not like. You have to accept whoever comes into your mind. Accept whoever comes into your mind. So go ahead, close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and just ask, who do I need to send love to? Now, you've all seen someone, or heard a name, or seen a name, or had a sense of someone. Good, bad, or indifferent makes no difference. I want all of you to now say, "Dear Divine Father of mine, I ask that I send love to this being, this time, this situation, this problem, this issue, and I hand it over to you for resolution." And that's it. You come out of there, you don't give it another thought, okay? Sending love is one of the easiest things we can do as beings, but it has a profound effect on anything within our lives. And it doesn't have to necessarily be something negative, it can be something positive. If there's somebody you know that you love dearly and they're maybe struggling a little bit with their mental health, or they're struggling with their physical health, just ask that they receive the love that they need and leave it be at that. Don't get into this blurry thing of, "Oh, I need to help, I need to do this, I can't do enough, I need to do more." That's ego. That's ego. And ego stifles it. Ego hinders the process of people evolving, healing, and moving forward in their lives. You got to keep it positive. Send the love, trust, and let it go. Okay, very important that. Very, very important card. Lovely card. Now, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Cards are quite serious today, aren't they? I thought these would have been nice and gentle, but they're quite deep today. We'll see how it goes. They're maybe deep because there's a lot of heavy, not heavy, a lot of intense energies coming later this week from outer space in these places. And the sun, there's solar flares and stuff coming towards us this week. So do not be surprised if later this week you are incredibly emotional, incredibly tired, incredibly cranky. Okay? You might be the opposite. You could be hyper and climbing the walls. That's okay. But it is coming, so just be aware. Just be aware. Right, let's see now. See what the next card is. What have we got? Divine purpose. Okay. Little angel lying needing a rest on the ground, exhausted. And the words are divine purpose. Right now, a lot of you will be feeling incredibly tired. You will feel directionless in life in many ways. You will feel like you are struggling to figure out who you are, what you want out of life. The angel, exhausted, is depicting how many of us have been feeling. And I've been there, so I know. But sometimes all you need is peace, quiet for about a week. And that's okay. It's not always possible to get that. So if you are going through a process right now where you are struggling to figure out what your journey is, what you're meant to be doing with your life, if you feel unfulfilled, if you feel directionless and motionless, ask your creator and your higher self to talk to you in your mind with repetitive thoughts, to talk to you with your dreams, and to talk to you through your gut instinct, your solar plexus. Ask to feel and to be shown and guided to what your divine life purpose is. Because most people don't know what their life purpose is. And your life purpose could well just be to have family, look after them, and have a quiet, gentle life. And that's perfectly acceptable. But if a lot of you people who are watching this will probably already know that that's not necessarily your life purpose. Okay, you wouldn't be watching this stuff if it was. So, if you feel a little bit rudderless would be the word I would use, then ask your creator, ask your higher self and your spirit guides to step into your space and to start guiding you and showing you the way. But you also then have to trust the guidance that you receive. Right? And that guidance might well be that you need to look for a new job, or you need to look for a new career, you need to look for a new partner. It's all possible, okay? As for the aspect of the new partner, don't stress about it. There's none of us here designed to be monogamous. That's not how we are as human beings. That doesn't mean we go around behaving like bad people. But when we get guided that something isn't right and it's time to move on, then we have to learn to trust and accept that it's time to move on. Because you may have only been with someone to learn a certain soul lesson, and they might have only been with you to learn a certain soul lesson. When it's time to move, then it's time to move, and that's okay. Equally, you can be with the same person from your teenage years to your 90s. That's okay as well, if that's part of your divine purpose. But if you're not sure what your divine purpose is, it's time to go within, ask the questions, feel it. You got to feel it. Not necessarily in your head. You got to feel it in your heart space, okay? Because your heart space won't lie. All right. So this might resonate with a few of you if you're not sure what your purpose is. It's time to start seeing your purpose and following the guidance that you're meant to follow. Okay. And if you're on here, then you're on here because you're ready to follow your life's purpose. And that's the truth. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. Alright, there's nothing to be afraid of. It can be scary, it can be daunting. Yeah, life changes aren't easy, but that's okay. That's okay. If you're meant to change, then you will change. And you will be dragged whether you want to go or not. And if you don't, you'll end up struggling with life. And that's how it goes. When everything's a struggle, a lot of the time it's because we're not surrendering and we're not going with the flow. When everything flows and you don't have to really do much, then that's how you know you're following true guidance. Alright? Just in case any of you are wondering. Very heavy cards today, folks. Very heavy. Oh, what's this one? Look through the situation. Okay. This card. Look through the situation. So as you can see, there's a girl very busy. Busy working, picking, I think it's lavender. I think it's lavender. Might be someone else. Little angel. Look through the situation. So this could be to do with several things. Okay. It could be to do with your life's purpose. You need to look through the fog that's in front of you so you can see what you need to see, and that takes time. But this card, I feel, could be directed at some of you who are swithing with some aspects of your life right now. On a personal level. If you are, and you're not sure which way to go, ask for guidance. Ask to see what you need to see. There's obviously, when we're in a difficult place or a dark space, it's very difficult to see the things we need to see. It's very difficult to hear the things that we need to hear. But if you ask for the help from angels, from your creator, your guides, they will help you see through the situation so that you can see what the real truth is. So if right now you're sitting and you're confused about some aspect of your life and you just do not know which way to turn, ask to be shown through the situation. Because it might not necessarily be that you need to see with your physical eyes. It could be that you need to feel from your heart space what's on the other side of that difficult situation first. And once you feel what's on the other side, then it's easier to take that step. Okay. So that's quite a deep card. Look through the situation. So if you're struggling right now with some aspect of your life, ask to be shown how to see through the situation. Because if this is coming out, then obviously some of you are maybe blinded by fear, blinded by uncertainty, blinded by a lack of knowledge sometimes. Sometimes if we don't have all the information, we can't see what's in front of us. So just ask for the guidance to the information you need to see the situation in its truth and to see what's beyond the situation. Okay. That's quite good, that actually. That's quite a deep card. Very deep today. Very deep. Now, I think we've time for another one. Will we do another one? I think so. Where do we see now? Still raining. Lovely day. It's a lovely day somewhere. That's the way I look at it. It's a lovely day somewhere. Right. Nature. Okay. Nature. Beautiful card. Lightning storm. Okay. What this card is giving me is, for those of you that are struggling with your thoughts, with your words, struggling to see the clarity in situations from the previous cards that we've just talked about, get out into nature. The quietness in nature, the natural sounds of the birds and wildlife around us do help clear our mind, do help us see things in a different way, and help us react in a different way to what's going on around us in the physical world. So get out into nature. Help yourself heal. There's no better place to heal than outside in nature, even on a wet day like this. Alright, so if you feel stifled right now, if you feel cloudy, unsure, uncertain of what your life is, what your purpose is, and what direction you're moving in, go outside and walk in nature. Even just sit on a rock somewhere. Sit on a bench. Sit on a wall. And just breathe. Just allow yourself to breathe. And random stuff will come into your head. It will all start flowing. But you gotta make the quiet space to get that guidance. You won't get it sitting watching TV. You won't get it sitting listening to the radio. You won't get it in a bottle. You won't get it in drugs. You have got to make the conscious effort to go And you might do that through meditation. But as I say, even sitting in nature, that is meditation. It's just a different type of meditation. So if you're struggling to see the truth, to see your way forward, or if you're struggling to see how you can help a situation, get out into nature and trust what comes. The more you do it, the easier this information will come to us. Okay? So and you need to trust your own instincts once you do go out into nature and you do get answers. You've got to trust what you feel. Not necessarily what you hear, but what you feel. Ask to feel everything in your solar plexus. And when you get that feeling in your solar plexus, it'll either be happiness and joy and lightness, or it'll be tight. You'll feel it pulling. If I'm sitting here right now talking to all of you, I can feel some of you have a really tight solar plexus because I can feel it pulling on mine. And some of you have heavy heads right now because you're overthinking everything. You're constantly overthinking. I can feel it in my head. So get yourselves out into nature. Yes, we all have busy lives, but you've got to make time for yourself. Okay? And nature is the best place to do that, regardless of what's going on in your life. Even if you're just sitting in your car with the windows down, you're still outside. Okay? Keep card. We'll see. The time for one more? Yeah, I think we'll do another one, will we? That's okay, Ethna. That's okay. They're all recorded anyway, love. They're all recorded. I don't delete these because then that way people can come back and watch them at a later date or the time that suits. Let's see. Last card for today. What are we doing now, angels? This one? Okay. The last card is pray. Now, I've talked about prayers before. Praying isn't on your knees begging in a subservient manner. Praying is just saying, God, can you please guide me? Can you please help me? That's a prayer. God, I trust that you're guiding me in the right way. That's a prayer. Divine Father, Creator, I thank you for all that is good in my life. That's a prayer. So if you're in a situation where you need help, but you don't know where to look, ask. Just simply ask and trust. You've got to trust. If you say, Father, Mother, angels, guides, I don't know which way to turn. Please show me which way I need to turn. You will get shown. Asking that, stating that is a prayer. Saying it in your head is a prayer. Okay? We've all been brought up in the notion that praying is on your knees or whatever. Everybody does it differently, but that's how we've all been brought up to pray. But that's not how I would suggest you should pray. Because when we're on our knees, it's almost like we're begging. We don't need to beg. Begging creates a negative energy in the first place. Does that make sense? You're creating a negative energy before you even start. By being, oh, I can't help, I need this. Yes, you do need help, but ask for it in a different way. Pray with a positive intent, not with a negative feeling or emotion. Does that make sense? That makes sense. We all pray. We all do. I still pray. Not in a religious way, but I still say prayers. Quite important that, okay? That's maybe to help all of you who can connect with all the other cards. If you're needing that bit of guidance right now and you do not know which way to turn, pray. But pray positive. Affirm positive. Okay? Or say, I thank you for showing me the path to the answers that I need. That's a very positive affirmation. And that opens up the whole universe to showing you which direction you need to go. Okay? Or thank you for bringing me the solution to my problems and trust that you've already received it. And then in the days and weeks to follow, you will see the solutions. They will present themselves to you. And if when we're in that needy space, I need help, I need this, I need that, that stifles, that blocks your intentions. So try and avoid being that way. I know it's difficult because of how most of us have been brought up, but change the way you ask for help. Change the way you pray. But I promise you, if you do pray and you pray with the right intention, you will get the help, you will get the guidance, you will receive the wisdom. Through repetitive thoughts and dreams, situations will just arise where you are in a place at a time that you needed to be in to meet someone who will guide you to where you need to go. Alright? Believe in coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. But we gotta trust. Alright? And you gotta be in the right headspace to start with. So ask for the help. If you need clarity in your head, ask for the fog in your mind to be lifted, or say, thank you for lifting the fog in my head to allow me to see, think, and feel more clearly. That's a different way of looking at it. Okay? So, very deep cards, folks. I didn't expect them to be that deep. I picked angel cards because I thought they'd be gentle. That's quite deep today, and I have no power of persuasion over what comes out and what doesn't. So, I hope all of you got something from that. Just take a moment after the video and think about things in your life where you're having difficulties. Things where you could actually do with a little bit of help but are unsure. It can be any aspect of your lives. Okay? And then pray and ask and trust with the right intentions. And then allow the solutions to come. Okay. Thank you all very, very much. Have a lovely day. God bless. Take care. Speak to you all soon. Okay. Bye bye.